What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, this is your boy David Mack with another toy pickup, and this one from the clearance bin. Well, shit, most of them are from the clearance bin, maybe for a few. Alright, and this one is from Marvel Legends, from the Loki series. That's, yep, He Who Remains, or once did remain, but no longer remains. Why is that? You already know you already know why he don't remain anymore, okay? And that is here Mr. Jonathan Majors as He Who Remains, or once did remain but no longer remains, and we're no longer talking about him anymore for obvious reasons. You're asking me why I'm dressed up, you might be wondering. Well, I felt this was a special occasion, so I thought it was, with He Who Remains but no longer remains. So, very cool figure, looks just like Jonathan Majors, of course. He didn't come with the apple, like on the box they got the apple and shit like that. I didn't get the apple, so somebody must have stole the apple. They didn't steal Jonathan Majors though, but they stole the apple, because the apple, I heard, is at least, it's at least $300 just for the apple, okay? And I'm disappointed, because maybe I wanted to sit there and sell that apple off and get $300 and get an army of Jonathan Majors, of He Who Remains but no longer remains. As you can sit there and tell, he's got his purple on from the Loki show. Got his arms that open up like this. He's got a little thing, the little time thing on his hand. He looks stoic, kind of Martin Luther King-ish in a way. His hands go down like this. His legs kind of go out, except he's got this little skirt thing that sits there and stop it for going full motion. Can't really go full motion in the back, because like I said, He Who Remains but no longer remains. This is his figure. He did not come with an extra hands or an extra head or something like that, but instead he came with this Kishnu's head from Moon Knight as part of the Build-A-Figure wave, and part of that wave is, I said, He Who Remains but yet remains. We have Zombie Scarlet Witch, Classic Loki, Agent Jimmy Woo, Howard the Duck, and the Red Skull, one of my favorite Marvel villains. He's like at least in my top 7, okay? He doesn't make the top 4. He's not on the Mount Rushmore, but he's somewhere there. Between 1 and 10, he's somewhere there. As you see this cool box, you see everything that comes with it except for the apple, which I did not get the apple. I'm pissed off that I didn't get the apple. Like somebody saw, I could tell like it was already halfway open when I picked it up. But I was just hoping just the apple was there. Like if they took He Who Remains, who no longer remains, they took him and they just left the apple and Kishnu's head, I would have been a happy camper. But that being said, let's do a size comparison. And normally I go on the shelf and I reach for Mr. Terrific. And I'm not going to do that today. But what I will be doing is I'll reach for a superhero counterpart who is also wearing purple, and in real life is connected to this Mr. Jonathan Majors, He Who Remains, who no longer remains, and we know why he does not remain. And that is Megan Good's character from Shazam, the first Shazam movie. Megan Good, always looking good in the hood. How you doing? Anyways, we'll do a size comparison. Of course, you see Jonathan Majors basically towers over her at, a whopping 6 inches. Pause. While she measures in maybe just breaking 5 even. We'll just say like, she's 4.10 inches. Pause. But definitely nice to have him. He Who Remains, who no longer remains in the collection, along with Megan Good, who is looking good in the hood. Shazam movie was actually, the first movie was actually good. I said, except when we got to the end where everybody got Shazam powers. Like, you get Shazam powers, you get Shazam powers, you get Shazam powers, I get Shazam powers. But for the most part, that movie was a good movie. Okay, I'm not gonna hate on the first Shazam movie. Now, He Who Remains, Who No Longer Remains, pretty decent figure. I'm wondering, I have him, and then you have like Killmonger, and then let's say we can sit there and reenact, Creed 3. With that being said, pretty decent figure, a very cheap figure if you're looking for him, because he no longer remains. With that being said, my name is David Mack with this toy unboxing, well, not really unboxing because I took him out the box already, but toy review of He Who Remains, Who No Longer Remains. Thank you.